Yo, you know what it is, man. This is another episode of the Market Update. I'm your host, Big Brandon Carter, along with the co-host, the homie Greg, Young Candlestick. My man got a Series 65. He's a chartered market technician. The boy's the man. What's up, brother?
We have what's called Gamma Galore today. That's the title of today's episode. And what does that mean? It means that markets are moving erratically. It's moving off of just any little news announcement. It's moving based off algorithms. And we can see the S&P 500, it finished just slightly up today, 0.11%. It started the day down pretty heavily. It was down 1.5%. And literally from the morning, it ripped over 2%. And just to give some perspective of how crazy this is, $155 turns into $5,000 on an SPX call option. This is the second time that it's happened this week where an option goes 3,000, 4,000%. So basically what's going on is there's people betting against the market. And when the market rises, people start buying call options, retail traders, institutions. And what that does is that just creates a ton of order flow all in at one spot. And the short sellers get fucked. The call sellers get fucked. Anybody who's buying puts get absolutely wrecked. And that's what causes these crazy moves. So $100 turns into $5,000 in literally just 15 minutes. Most of it happening in 2 minutes. And then even in the last few minutes of the day, the expected move, the ranges tighten in the market. And if those ranges break, you can do something like turn $85 into $1,000. That's just in 10 minutes. And so what that really means is this is on like a microscopic time frame, but there's cracks in the market. It's not as efficient as it used to be. And so it's been a difficult environment for me selling iron condors. I've taken a few losses on iron condors, basically saying, I think the market closes in this range and it's just barely squeaking outside that. There will come a time though, when the market becomes more efficient. Okay. So, you know, if you take a look at the betting markets into the end of the year, the betting markets, the poly market, Kalshi market, they're projecting that there's a 53% chance that the market finishes positive for the year. Okay. So right now the market's down 4%. That means that there's a 53% chance that we finish 4% or higher from here. Now they can be wrong. Obviously that's why it's a probability. It's not a certainty. Okay. So short term, the market looks like it can bounce, especially if we take out today's high next week. I think it could bounce and squeeze maybe up to 6,700, maybe as high as 6,800. Okay. So if you're a quick short-term trader, could be looking for some bounces. Now from there, the question becomes, do these analysts start to reprice in what's going on geopolitically with oil, with earnings? If they start to reprice stocks, then we could see a deeper leg lower. Okay. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Honestly, I don't have a strong opinion on the S&P 500. It's just green, red, green, red, green, red, but there's micro trends within those macro trends. It's not super clean like some individual stocks maybe. Okay. So that's my quick take on that. You can take a look at leading indicators. Semiconductors are strong. I like semiconductors long-term, SMH. I like TSM long-term. Okay. IWM green on the day after being massively red in the morning. You know, look at this slingshot, just opened up down and you just mark your high.
That's IWM.
Yep. The Russell 2000. This shit, you know, $200 turns into $5,000 on that rally, on that squeeze. Like it just went straight up and then it just chopped the rest of the day. Chop, 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 and just pinned it right towards the highs. So it's really, really kind of some goofy trends going on in the overall market. But if the IWM holds this low, we're back into a bull market. I think it's too early to say that. I'm just saying this is just being objective. Okay. Bitcoin's a leading indicator. And that was just flat today. Just doing absolutely nothing. Ever since that big flush, Bitcoin looks bearish as hell, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to take some crypto shorts, some Bitcoin shorts if it breaks underneath 60K. And I'm just going to lag out on oversold conditions because this is yet another bear flag. So drop, bear flag. This is where I'm going short on Bitcoin. I'm buying IBIT puts. Okay. That was a good money maker. That really helped me out to get it off to a good start to the year. I have given back some gains on some SPX iron condors, but I'm excited for what's to come next because now we have another bear flag that can break lower. Okay. And if Bitcoin breaks up, so be it. But it's very unlikely to break 60K and then bounce. Like you've had time to buy Bitcoin. If it's going to bounce, it should bounce from a breakout. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at. That's a leading market indicator. So that's kind of a checkpoint for the bears. Oil prices shooting the fuck higher. Look at that.
Yeah, that is ominous.
Yeah, very, very ominous. And that's why also I think there's some shenanigans. The market closed green, but oil was like this.
That don't seem right.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem right. I mean, oil prices were hanging out near the highs. The market should have pulled back at least a little bit. There is that inverse correlation. So I think that the powers that be really kind of wanted to hold up the market ahead of the long weekend. Trump likes to do that. He likes to pump it on Thanksgiving. He likes to pump it on Christmas. Christmas Eve. Any kind of holiday so that Americans can rest and relax knowing that the market was slightly green that one day. So moving forward, just watch today's high and today's low. That can kind of signal the next direction because we're kind of at that make or break spot. Okay. Transports are also a leading market indicator. These were dead flat, but they kind of got their ass whooped from earlier, but they're holding up okay. As long as transports hold this low, the market is fine. Okay. Gold.
Yeah,
gold.
I was about to ask about gold.
I'm neutral to bullish on gold. I don't think there's really any good setups on it. I definitely wouldn't short it. No shorts, but only look for dip buys. It's just ugly. like what you gonna do? Buy right here, put your stop all the way down here.
Yeah, it's almost like that trade is over. Right?
Yeah, the gold trade is over. I mean, I do think it gradually goes higher over the year, but I don't even think it makes new highs this year. So just chill on gold. Maybe some gold iron condors like a month out. You just chill. That's the only thing that I think could profit well on that. Microsoft is a good value buy for the longer term. We traded Microsoft and got a good gain down here from the 363 level. It's up at 373. So nothing crazy. I'm bearish on Tesla.
Oh, real quick, guys. If you guys want Greg to review any stocks, securities, ETFs, cryptocurrencies, leave a super chat for Greg, man. We'll get in there.
I got you.
All right.
Send me your stocks. So today in the Discord, I posted a Tesla put butterfly, and that put butterfly turned $170 into 680.
Yeah, it's lit.
680. Basically saying, I think Tesla closes right near 360. And Tesla is relatively weak. I also alerted a swing trade on Tesla. So I do think that Tesla can potentially break underneath 350. Okay. I'm gonna start
man. Yeah, yo, listen, that Tesla. Listen, man, all this motherfucker does is lie, bro. This motherfucker just stay lying.
It's just,
Are they about to have a SpaceX IPO? Is that coming soon?
Yeah, I think the SpaceX IPO is coming out in a few months. That's going to be a fun one to trade.
Yeah.
There's usually a lot of volatility, good ranges on the first day. The biggest problem with IPOs, though, is that most of the time, 80 to 90% of the time, they just dump right as they come out. The money is usually made in private equity or the investors that had opportunities before it becomes public.
Them shits is scams.
Yeah.
Like they come out and this immediately drop because all the people who've been in the early investors, the angel investors and the VCs, man, they cashing out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They cashing out.
The same thing happened with the Roblox IPO. I traded it. It was a big live stream that I did on YouTube, but Roblox IPO goes from 66 up to 142. The stock goes from 142 down to 21. Like it just gets its ass whooped. I traded the Coinbase IPO. I remember the first day.
Ooh, I remember that one.
That was wild. Like I bought it over 350 and I sold the tippy top like 420. I was so lucky.
I remember I was just starting with like trading, and I got in on Lemonade.
Oh yeah, Lemonade.
Yeah. And that shit shot up and shot down.
Yeah, 55 to 100, back down to 45 up to 188.
Yo, that shit didn't get back to its price till like this year.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
So
what about XL? Did you have more you wanted to say before I start asking you questions?
I want to cover what you want to cover first.
What about XLE, man? Where we at?
Yeah, so XLE going to be highly correlated with oil prices. I almost bought the dip yesterday. I just wanted a little bit more. I want a little bit more selling. I know that I might not get it with oil prices, but you get the best bounces from the oversold conditions. It just wasn't oversold enough. I think if your time horizon is longer than like 1 year, I think this is a decent spot. Still though, I need XLE probably down to like the 55, down to 52. I'm not saying it's going to get there. I just got to be a little bit more picky because that's what actually gets you your returns is those juicy entries. Yeah. Let's say I buy it up here and it goes straight up. Cool. But if I buy it right here and it drops, okay, I could have just waited. If I let it drop first and then buy it, now I get the biggest margin for growth.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking about it. But XLE, it's a great ETF. #1 ETF for the year.
Yeah. You still big on that Latin American trade?
Yeah, I am. I did trim some profits yesterday on this. If you can get a dip on this on 34, I like it. If you don't own any Latin America, I do think that it is worth grabbing some like call options on this. So if we take a look at like September 18th, 2026, if you could do something like sell a cash secured put on this, sell the 35 strike cash secured put, just wheel it. That way you get cash flow while you wait. I do think that this ETF reaches 40 or higher. Maybe by the end of the year, it might take longer, especially if the market sells off. There is some correlation, but look at this. This barely pulled back while the SPY tanked. So really, really bullish on Latin America. I'd love to get a dip near 34. Otherwise, if this could base out, maybe go sideways for a few days, then the next breakout gets good. Buy that next break.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a real good one. I still like utilities. I don't think you're going to get rich off of them, but you're not going to go broke buying utilities.
Utilities? XLB?
XLE.
No, what about XLB though? That's like yellow. Look at XLB.
XLB, this is the materials sector. Going to be highly correlated with gold and silver. Looks very similar to gold.
Yeah, I mean,
looks pretty good.
That looks better to me.
Yeah, it looks better than gold. I agree.
Yeah. That's not a bad looking chart, man.
No, not too shabby at all.
Yeah.
Value is also in rotation. SPYV. Okay, so I think this is a decent spot to buy SPYV. Again, you're not going to get rich off of this, but you're not going to go broke either. Sectors to short, XLY, that's Amazon and Tesla. As long as the consumer is still weak and inflation remains high, this can hurt consumer discretionary. Okay. Yeah. Banks are out of rotation for the year. I've kind of been talking about that. I wouldn't short banks right now, but if they could pop up to like XLF 51, that's a good spot to buy in the money puts, buy put spreads, bear call credit spreads, any bearish trade that you can get.
Yo, you got a super chat.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom while you answer that question.
Let's do it. Okay, QQQI and SPYI and taxable account instead of a high yield savings account. That's a good question. So QQQI, I believe, this is the NASDAQ high income ETF. I do actually like this better than the straight QQQ. So that is something to consider. I guess it really comes down to like, what's your age, your risk tolerance, your time horizon, your liquidity needs. It's called personal finance for a reason, because a high yield savings account would be better if like you guaranteed need that cash someday. If you don't need that cash and you've already got a cash pile, maybe to like buy a home, buy a car, or something for your business, maybe a wedding, those are the common ones, then you would kind of want to keep that in the high yield savings account. But I really do like the QQQI. As long as you can tolerate drawdown, I do think it's okay. There is a chance it could break underneath 41, but right now it's sitting at 50.26. It's going to be correlated with the NASDAQ. And I do like that. Yeah, living out of a brokerage instead of a regular high yield savings account. I would say, how good of a trader and investor are you? If you're a really good trader and good investor, of course you can live out of your brokerage. If you don't have like a really, really good track record, it does make more sense to have that safety in the high yield savings account. Okay. And it depends on what your other assets are. Do you own a home? Do you own a business? Do you have a stable job, or do you have a volatile income? These are all questions that get factored in to whether to make that decision or not.
All right.
Feel free to shoot me a DM in Discord and I can take a look.
Yeah. Yo, real quick, man. Why don't you show them some of the wins we did in Victory Trades, guys? If you want to trade with us, join Victory Trades. You get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone every day, and you can trade live with us. We trade futures every morning. Show them some of the wins, man.
Yeah, here's Jelani's $2,700 payout from Trendy.
Come on, yo, hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna text it.
Let me post.
That's Jelani's the homie. Let's go.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jelani. He's with us live every single morning.
Mm-hmm.
Got some wins, some losses. Here's a nice little $105 gain. Here's Lukey Baby making $1,300. He's buying oil calls. So he was looking at the breakout. Boom. Gets the breakout on oil calls. XSP Butterfly. This is super cool. Some nice little gains, little fly, $185 into 310. So every single day you can trade these SPX and NDX butterflies. I had a good day trading futures, 2.2K on some evals, 1.3K on the funded accounts.
Yeah, guys, we don't even trade with our own money. We use funding. We use Apex Trader Funding. That's what has used, man. Yeah, show them some of the wins.
Yeah, look at Prezi. Prezi went up as usual. 5.2K.
5. God damn.
I know.
Yeah, he never traded before he started working with us.
No.
It's so surprising. That he's done so well so fast. Like, it's really, really amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, we had some fun stuff. Here's Brandon's wins for the day. Look at that.
So y'all should know what's happening here. I'm trading with 20 different accounts simultaneously. I use a trade copier. So it when I place one trade, it does it through all of them, right? And man, that was like $4 total. It was about $4,000 and some change.
Hell yeah. It was a really good day. You sniped all those trades.
Hey man, come on. You know.
Shout out to Nemo over here making 2.4K.
Come on, man.
The beast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no sanctions on Iran.
No, none at all.
No sanctions on Iran no more. Come on.
Sanctions. Funded 2.4K, 78 trades, 79% win rate.
He about to be the Prince of Persia.
Nima's really taken off ever since that we had that coaching call. Like, he's really on point. I think that just kind of fine-tuned his trading.
Yeah, man.
Next level. Here's Prezi. This is what Prezi looks like.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about this. we be in there talking crazy, man. The chat gets fucking wild.
We just have a good time. Like,
yeah, man.
We're hanging out.
A lot of money was made. If you want to join Victory Trades, hit the link in the description. You can get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone, and you could trade with us every morning. Trade futures with us in the Discord live. If you don't know how to do it, don't worry. There's trainings on how to trade. And there's a bunch of trainings you get with it, not just the alerts and the live training, but you actually get, like, Greg's made a bunch of courses on how to trade futures, how to trade options. Yeah, get all access to all of those.
I show you how to like set up the accounts. I have like beginner trainings, intermediate trainings, advanced trainings. So if you're brand new to the stock market, Victory Trades is probably the best place that you can go. It is the best place because
it's by far.
Yeah, like you're not going to be able to get access to courses, alerts, support, and live trading for the cost of Victory Trades.
No,
like anywhere else. You'd have to pay like 10, 20 grand to get in. And so that's just my opinion. I just want to quickly share too, like not every alert's going to, hit profit, but sometimes the alerts can pop off. Like here's $74 into 780. Here's $150 into 1,000. Some trades will lose. Here's a $295 loss, but then boom, right back after it, $280 gain. There's some small losses, minus $15, small gains, plus $36. So come check it out. I mean, I think you're going to learn a lot through trading the alerts. Okay. Let's check these out. Okay.
You got another
1468, given the CZK20. Let's check out Roblox, RBLX. We made a killing shorting Roblox. This is the #1 bear stock. It's finally starting to bounce. Let this thing get overbought up to like 70 or 75 and let's short it again. Okay. I wouldn't buy it, but I'd let it bounce and then short it. Okay. That's kind of the move for Roblox. Those bullish divergences are starting to form and we're getting a little bit of a bullish wedge. Again, I would not buy Roblox with your mother's money. Okay. Uber. I'm kind of leaning a little bit bearish Uber. Uber, if it takes out 69, it could potentially drop down to 60 or 50. Uber is not a buy. Of course, if it holds these lows, it could bounce, but it's really not doing too much. It's the same price as what it was a month ago. It's just kind of trapped in that channel. Futu. We got a nice winning trade on Futu. Shorted it at 135, took profits right at 130. So nothing crazy. Got like a 3% drop. That was just a quick little gain. I'd be leaning bearish on this. I would not buy the stock. It's just the entry for the short gets a little bit tricky. It's going to be correlated with the broad market, but I'd be bearish Futu, neutral to bearish longer term. Take profits on the shorts, maybe at like 127 and then maybe at like 100. So that's my thoughts on those three stocks.
Awesome. You got another one.
Yeah. Let's check it out. Can I take a look at the dollar, DXY, $DXY? Yeah. So the dollar kind of all over the place. It's been on a nice uptrend after it broke to new lows. Keep an eye on this little trend line. So as long as the dollar is above like 99, then it could potentially stage a little uptrend. Based off other money manager reports, they are neutral, the dollar for the year. So they don't think it goes up too much. They don't think it tanks. Probably just stays in like a range. Not much to really do with that. And that's kind of the same thesis for gold. That's why gold, I'm just more neutral, maybe a slight bullish edge to gold, because gold can still move higher with the dollar up. It's just harder for gold to move higher with the dollar up. But neutral to bullish on gold, and I'm just neutral the dollar. Okay. So nothing too crazy. Strategy. What's the ticker symbol for strategy? It's not, yeah, it is still MSTR. So we shorted this back up here when MSTR is at 135. I did take profits on the short. Michael Saylor is cooked. Like,
yo, bro.
This
is it a wrap?
You imagine you're a company and your only job is to buy Bitcoin on margin at 0% interest. I mean, maybe it squeezes. I'd rather just I like to trade MSTR bearish, and then if I want to buy Bitcoin, I'll just buy IBIT. I think that's a good pairs trade to do. But not much to really say. It's the same as Bitcoin. It can break down if it breaks underneath 104. This company could go bankrupt if Bitcoin was a scam and goes to zero.
If Bitcoin was a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Listen, man. Listen, the way it might be warm outside tomorrow if I live in Miami.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh no.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah, man. All right, guys. If you want to trade with us, go ahead and join Victory Trades. Links in the description. Thank you so much, Greg.
Yeah, you got it. Peace out, Brandon.
Peace.